Hi, welcome back. This is Sanjay Kumar Verma from Unikiksha. So in this session, we are going to discuss how to set up a Ansible lab with a root account, right? So you can configure the Ansible inside the cloud when your server is running inside the cloud. Yes. When you have a physical data center and you want to configure Ansible controller at your physical data center, you can configure. So process that how you would configure and all the things and what are the things are required, correct? So first of all, I will show you I have three machines. One machine will act as Ansible controller and rest of two machine will act as a Ansible manage host. That means where you have installed the Ansible, that particular machine are known as Ansible controller, and those remote server managed by the Ansible, which machines are known as Ansible manage host, or you can say target machine, or you can say remote server, right? So I have my lab in a VMware, right? So you can see. So this is graphical machine. So this machine will act a Ansible controller and rest of two machine, right? Now you can see nothing is here. So first of all, my dear friend, IP address should be configured on all the machine as well host name, and DNS should be available. When you don't have the DNS, so what to do? You have to put up the entry of your machine name and IP inside the etc host file. So in our case, I am using the host file vim etc host, right? So now you can see 192.168.1.1 and Ansible example.example.com. This is my controller. 100. This is ans1.exam. You can say target 1 and this is target 2, right? If I will show you IP address show, there are two Ethernet is connected on my machine. Sorry. So here this is connected with the internet and this is connected with my local machine. So this is the IP, correct? So you can verify the IP on this machine. IP address show, same thing. On ENS 192, you have a IP 192.168.1.100, and if I will show you host name, yeah, and my dear friend, you will put up the host entry on all the machines, right? Same thing available on this machine. You can verify the IP, okay? And now if I will show you vim at the host, correct? I hope this is clear. Now, and now you can see if I'm going to hit ping with the name ansible dot example dot com, I'm getting reply with the name with my controller, and now you can see this is ans1. Yes, my machine is talking to with the name with my target. Yes, the all the machines are talking to each other. Perfect. So my dear friend, when you want to communicate with your target machine, so what to do? This is Linux machine, so you know you can manage the Linux server using with Ansible. You can manage the cloud, you can manage AWS, Amazon, GCP, Azure, DigitalOcean, Cisco routers, whatever. As well, you can also manage the Windows server. The thing is that when you want to manage the Windows server, the WinRM utility should be available on the Windows machine, right? And when you are going to manage the Linux machine, so SSH protocol should be is available, or you can say as open SSH package should be available on both the machine. So if I will show you RPM query SSH open SSH, because by default this is installed. Just a second. So package name is OpenSSH server. Yeah, this is installed on all the machines. RPM query OpenSSH server. Okay. So SSH have a two type authentication. One is password based authentication, another is key based authentication. So if you want to do the SSH root @ 192.168.1.100, I can do, right? When I'm supplying the password, it's asking the password. Yes. Now I have the password, then I can share it, right? But might be in my production environment, I have 1,000 machine. Might be I have 2,000 machine. Can I remember the 2,000 password of my target machine, or you can say manage host? No, no one can remember. And why company should you share the root password? Might be you are doing some changes and you are trying to copy some data, right? So generally in the production environment, company don't prefer the password based authentication. They always focus on key based authentication, right? Key based authentication is much more secure compared than password based authentication. And one more thing, when you are going to set up a key based authentication, only one time password is required of the root account when you are communicating with the root, right? And after the setup of your key based authentication, root can change his own password, and in the future when you are going to communicate with the SSH using of the key based authentication, machine will not ask any kind of password, right? So generally companies set up a key based authentication in the production environment. So L dot. So now you can see I'm going to remove this folder because this folder recently generated by me. Now you can see I don't have any kind of SSH folder. Same thing, no any kind of SSH directory, and might be no. So what to do? First of all, we have to set up a key based authentication. So what to do? We have to generate a key, SSH hyphen keygen, right? So key will be stored at this location, root slash dot ss id underscore rs. Press enter. Now you can see folder is created. If you want to share the any kind of passphrase of your key, you can share, but I'm not going to share, right? Key successfully generated. Now again add the L dot folder. So you can see this is the .ssh folder. So when I'm going to jump inside the .ssh, you can see there are two files already available. One is id underscore rsa, another is id underscore rsa.pub. Okay. So if I will show you the cat id underscore rsa, this is my private key. And when I'm going to hit id underscore rsa.pub, this is my public, right? So you will never ever share of your private key with anyone, right? You will share only your public key, right? So this is the SSH key, and this key is shared by with this machine. This is Ansible controller, right? So what to do? SSH hyphen copy ID. SSH hyphen copy ID will pick the ID underscore and ID underscore rsa.pub file, and it will share on your target machine where you want to share it. Yes. Earlier I told you first time it will require the password. So I'm sharing the password. Now you can see one key is successfully added. Again, I'm going to share this key on different machine. Again, it will ask the password. Yes, I'm sharing the password. Right? Now you can see. Okay. So again, I'm going to inside the folder. So you can see one more file is available. That is known underscore host. Cat read this file. That means you have copied of this file on this machine. That means you have copied this file on 192.168.1.100 and another file, same file is available on another machine, that is 200, right? So when you are going to authenticate, or you can see when you are going to communicate with another machine or your target machine, so this file should be matched with your private key. It's a two-way handshaking, right? So now see, if I'm going to hit again the l dot command, one more folder is there, .ssh. Let me jump inside the .ssh. ll. One file is available, cat authorize. Read this file. That means this machine received this file from root@ansible.example.com because the same file is available on my Ansible control, right? So again, you can verify this file on different machine, cd.ssh, right? ll cat authorize, correct? Same file is available. Honestly, my friend, now if I want to communicate with ans1.example.com or ans2.example.com, it will not ask any kind of password. Ssh root @ans1.example. Yes, you can see I have access of my ans1.example. Here you can do anything. Hit exit. Again, if you want to get the access of ans2, yes, this is one time. So like this, you can configure. Okay. When you have configured the SSH key based authentication, after this, you can install the Ansible on your Ansible controller machine, right? So you no need to install any kind of utility and any third-party software on your target machine because Ansible work on push mechanism, right? Only thing is that Python should be installed on your target machine as well as controller because Ansible is written in the Python, right? So you no need to configure any kind of agent on client side because Ansible is a agentless, right? So you know Ansible is designed by Michael Dehan, and right now Ansible is the product of the Red Hat, and Red Hat is working under umbrella of the IBM, right? So by default, Ansible package is not available in the EM repository. So what to do? First of all, you have to add the EPL repository. If I EM repo list all. So now I have already added EPL, right? When EPL repository successfully added, then you have to enable. And now after this, directly you can run yum install Ansible. Okay, why? because I am using the Linux distribution 8, so by default you will get the Python version 3. Okay, successfully installed. Now let me run the Ansible hyphen version. Okay, so you can see currently I have Ansible 2.9, right? This is the default location of my Ansible main config file. The main config file available at the ansible.cfg, right? And here you can find out the modules path, right? And this is the executable location /usr bin ansible, because when you have a knowledge about of the Linux, so obviously you can easily understand. And by default you will get the Python version 3.6, right? So let's see, I'm going to jump at this location Ansible. Here, this is the main configuration file ansible.cfg. So when I'm going to hit ping ans1.example.com, yes, I'm getting the reply. Again, I'm going to hit the ans2, I'm getting reply. My Ansible is working here. Actually, no. Right now, when I'm going to hit the ping command, that means I'm getting the reply from ICMP. Here Ansible is not working. I'm not getting any kind of response from Python, right? Why? Because when you want to manage of your remote machine or target server, or you can say manage host, so first of all you have to create an inventory file, right? So inventory file is nothing. Inventory file just collection of your remote servers or target machines, or you can say manage host, right? So what to do? You can put up the entry of your target servers or remote machine inside the host file, right? You can put up the entry inside the host file. Otherwise you can create your own inventory. It's your choice, no problem. So I'm using this file vim host, right? And now you can see all the lines are commented. That means operating system is not going to read any kind of line. So what to do? We have to put up. So here, my dear friend, I'm making some group. One is US server. Inside the US server, I'm putting ans1.example.com, and another, that is UK server. Here machine name is ans2. You can make groups as per your choice, right? Great. Now point is that might be I have a multiple servers. So what to do? We have to put up the entry inside the inventory file. So basically there are two types of inventory file. One is static inventory file and other is dynamic inventory file. So this is the static inventory, right? Because I'm putting the entries manually, right? So when you want to make of your dynamic inventory, that means you have a knowledge about of the Python, right? So what to do? Let me check now how many machines are available in my inventory file. So the command is Ansible all. I want to check out all the machine. Ansible all hyphen list host. That means I want to know how many hosts are available in my inventory. Okay. Basically, there are two hosts. One is ans1.example.com and another is ans2.example. Great. If you want to check out group wise, yes, you can check out. You have to share the group name. That is how many machines are available in US server group. Same thing. If you want to check in different server, correct? Like that, you can find out. And friend, this is also possible. Might be some machines are not part of any group. What to do? It can be possible. What to do? You can put up entry anywhere. Like this is ans3.example.com. You know this machine is not part of any group. Okay. Again, I'm going to hit the all. So now you can see it will show you there are 3 machines in your inventory file, right? So you can find out of your machines with the group wise, but I want to check out might be so many machines also available in a ungroup. That means those are not part of any kind of group. So what to do? We have to share the keyword ungrouped. Only single machine, correct? So now I'm going to make it comment of this because actually this machine is not available in my environment. So when I will hit the deployment, so I will get that. That's why I'm making comment. Now I want to check out I'm getting response from my machines or not. So I want to call the ans1.example. Ansible ans1.example.com -m, that means module is ping. Now see, you can see this is the Python array. I'm getting the reply. The reply is pong. Okay, that means now my Ansible is successfully established and it's communicating with my remote machines. Great. Okay. And if you want to take the desired output, you do not want to take the pong. So what to do? Control L. I'm hitting this. I want to call all the machine with ping. So you have to pass out a attribute that is data is equal to hello single quote. Yes, you can see now I'm getting reply that is hello. Now my Ansible is working. And see the one more thing. So I'm getting the reply. Now, if I will show you here on this machine RPM query HTTPD, there is no HTTPD package. It means this is Apache service RPM query HTTPD. I want to install this service on my remote machine. So there are different way. You can install this service using of the ad hoc. You can install this service using of the playbook. So I will install this service using of the ad hoc. Ad hoc, that means one-time job. So Ansible all -m, that is module. My module is yum or DNF because you know this is the Red Hat distribution. Okay, and you have to share the attribute, right? And now, first of all, you have to share the name of the service, that is HTTPD, and state what you want. Present, that means present means it should be available on my remote machine. Ansible all -m. Please wait. Wow, I'm getting the reply in the gold color. And now you can see again I'm going to hit this. Package is successfully installed. Right? This is the beauty of the Ansible. Any point of time, if I want to remove this service, so what to do? You have to share the state that is absent. Yes. And now if I will show you, there is no package. Okay. So like this, you can set up of your Ansible environment. So my dear friend, when you are running off your code and you are getting the output in the gold color, that means you have done some changes on your target machine, right? If you are getting the output in the red color, that means it's error. And if you getting the output in the green color, that means nothing changed because Ansible work on the behalf of idempotence. So this is the idea about of the Ansible lab configuration. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned.